Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Broku, and welcome back to What If Week. But anyways, this is What If Gohan died on Namek and then trained with King Kai, Part 2. If you have yet to see Part 1, then I will put a card in the top right of the screen so you can check it out, or you can go check it out in the link down below. Also, if you do need a bit of a refresher, then I'll give you a summary. But if you don't need a summary, here's a timestamp to take you where the new part begins. So, in the last part, Gohan gets killed by Frieza on Namek, and he basically takes the place of Krillin's death. This still triggers Goku's Super Saiyan transformation, and it makes Goku mad enough to actually kill Frieza on the spot. Gohan then goes and trains with King Kai for a year. He makes it back just in time to stop King Cold and his army from destroying the Earth and killing everybody on it. Over the next 3 years after this, Gohan regularly trained with the Z Fighters. He trained with his father, he trained with Piccolo, and the sad thing is that Goku eventually suffered from the heart virus and Goku died. Then after the androids came shortly after his death, they were no match, and Piccolo would actually sacrifice himself to save Gohan, and this actually triggered Gohan's Super Saiyan transformation, and he defeated the android. Also, Vegeta died from the androids before Gohan's Super Saiyan transformation, so it ended with Gohan holding young Trunks. This was supposed to symbolize Gohan being the one to train Trunks and be sort of a brother or father figure to him. Bit of a Star Wars reference, it would be similar to Obi-Wan's and Anakin's relationship in Star Wars. So this is where we'll be digging into the beginnings of the next part, guys. So Bulma would do anything to get Vegeta back, and tells Gohan to ask King Kai where New Namek is so they can use the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish Vegeta back, and well, they'd wish for Piccolo back as well. So Gohan goes and asks King Kai, as he had a good relationship with him, so he would expect him to answer. And King Kai says yes, and he tells Gohan where it is, and he relays that information to Bulma. So Bulma has to prepare the ship for a few days, and eventually Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan go head off to New Namek. New Namek is very far away, and it's going to take some time for them to get there. A few days, maybe a few weeks, but it's going to take some time. It's not just going to be a few hour flight. They arrive and they wish Vegeta and Piccolo back to life, and they reserve the third wish for the Namekians, and Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma, they head back to Earth. Despite Vegeta being wished back, Gohan still develops a relationship with Trunks, since he wouldn't have anybody like that himself. He would hang out with baby Trunks, he would help him with things, he would play with him, and he'd babysit him, and eventually, once Trunks was of age, Gohan would begin to actually train him as well. As Vegeta was a bit too cocky to really train his son, little did Gohan know, but he had a little brother locked hidden away inside of his mother. Yes, Chi-Chi was pregnant. Now, a lot of people are going to say that it's unlikely that Chi-Chi was pregnant at this time of the series. It could have been during the Cell games. Well, we don't really know, so it's really up to our own until they actually tell us when Goten was conceived, which I don't think they will. So Trunks actually developed a natural liking to Gohan. I think Trunks just naturally is supposed to like him. When Goten was born, Gohan was a huge help for Chi-Chi. And this Gohan was a very different Gohan from the one that we've seen before in the series. This Gohan, while he did have a dead father like in the original Gohan, he was a very, very, very different Gohan. He was the most powerful fighter left and had a different belief in training. He could study, yes, but he needed to train because he had to protect Earth at all costs. It was his duty. Over the years, Gohan had begun training his brother Goten as well. This Gohan became more serious. Gohan, when he killed the androids, wasn't as strong as Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in the main timeline. This Gohan continually trained throughout the years, so after 7 years, Gohan was a beast. As a Super Saiyan, he was stronger than even what Super Saiyan 3 Goku was in the original Dragon Ball Z timeline. Now, I know some of you guys are going to get mad because I'm making another story where Gohan becomes strong again. Well, yeah, I sort of am, but I'm making this a completely different story, and it's not going to be like the other one. And just because he's strong doesn't mean he's the strongest for good. Gohan had spent much of his time over the years training both Goten and Trunks, as Gohan was, of course, a smart man and always looking towards the future. Goten and Trunks would be the next generation of defenders on Earth, so these versions of Goten and Trunks would be much stronger than their main timeline counterparts. Gohan had nearly mastered his Super Saiyan form, and he had been seeking a power beyond Super Saiyan. He hasn't reached Super Saiyan 2 yet, but he did find Ascended Super Saiyan. Nothing beyond that though. And he did realize that it obviously was not the most ideal form for combat, so he's seeking something better. Now I'm going to say that Goten is actually much stronger than Trunks. My reasoning for this is I believe Goten has much more potential. In Dragon Ball Z, Trunks was only the slightest stronger than Goten, despite having been a whole year older and likely having some training from Vegeta. Meanwhile, Goten had basically no training. Now imagine if Goten, once he had gotten old enough to train, if he actually trained with Gohan every single day. Now Trunks training with Vegeta would make him strong as well, but Vegeta isn't near Gohan in terms of strength. This Gohan, although does become a defender of Earth, he never becomes the great Saiyaman. He doesn't go out looking to stop criminals, but he will stop them though if it is in progress and he is near them. This leads to Videl not meeting Gohan when he was a Super Saiyan stopping crime, but he still has school with her and they do meet from time to time. They do develop a bit of a crush on each other, but it doesn't really lead to anything serious, and Videl never trains with Gohan. Despite being dead, Goku still returns, because I believe he would still have his body, or at least would get it back for a day, because he was a very heroic figure who had saved Earth several times, and other planets. You could even argue that Goku had saved the galaxy or possibly even the universe because he defeated Frieza. And Goku was shocked at the power of his two sons, and you could tell that Gohan was doing his job as the man of the family and a big brother to Goten. Vegeta would still be all riled up though. Of course, he still wanted to fight Goku. He has not had his rematch and it's been over a decade since they last fought. The whole Majin Buu nonsense does still happen with Babidi, but whole Spopovich nearly killing Videl thing does not happen because Videl actually doesn't enter the tournament. In the children's division, Goten and Trunks mollywop everyone until they get to the finale, and Goten defeats Trunks because, like I said, Goten is stronger than Trunks. Meanwhile, Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, and Piccolo, along with Supreme Kai and Kibito, would go off to Babidi's lair. It is important to note that nobody can even go Super Saiyan 2 at this point, as the form isn't known yet. And while Goku has mastered the Super Saiyan form as well as Gohan, they haven't had the knowledge of Super Saiyan 2. Vegeta still easily defeats Pui Pui, but he does have to go Super Saiyan to defeat him, as remember, Vegeta never spent 2 years in the time chamber, like he originally would have. He still got much stronger over the 7-year gap. He still had to go Super Saiyan to defeat Pui Pui though. It wasn't just an easy kill in his base form, but as a Super Saiyan he still easily defeated Pui Pui. Goku also defeats Yakon, and then we get Gohan matching up against Dabura. This Gohan is, like I said before, much stronger than the Gohan that actually faced Dabura. So Gohan actually pretty easily defeats him. Even just as a regular Super Saiyan, Gohan defeats Dabura. And this would not be enough energy for Buu to be resurrected, and this is when we get Vegeta becoming Majin Vegeta. Babidi teleports them back to the tournament stage, and we get the same dialogue. Vegeta wants to fight Goku because he knows that soon Goku will leave for good and he won't have a chance for his rematch. So it is revealed that Vegeta had actually let Babidi control him just for his power increase so he can fight Goku again. This shocks Gohan. After years, he thought Vegeta was a good guy. Vegeta has shot a ki blast at the crowd, killing hundreds of people, demanding Kakarot fight him. He does it again, and Goku says yes, that he will fight Vegeta. But Supreme Kai gets in the way of Goku, saying he'll have to kill him if he wants to fight Vegeta. But before Goku puts his hand up to ward off Supreme Kai, basically threatening to kill him if he didn't get out of his way, a blast goes off behind Supreme Kai, and they turn around and a hole is gaping through Vegeta's chest. Everyone is shocked. Vegeta is shocked. So is Babidi. And everyone else looks over and sees a powered up Super Saiyan Gohan with his hand in the air, with smoke still emitting from his hand. It was Gohan who had killed Vegeta. Remember, this Gohan really takes protecting the Earth very seriously. In Gohan's eyes, Vegeta had become a massive threat to the Earth, and basically evil. I mean, if you put aside the safety of Earth for your own selfishness, just to fight your rival, yeah, you're pretty much evil in my book. Plus, Vegeta was killing innocent people just to get his way. Vegeta then reverts to his base form and falls to his death. Trunks begins to cry and rushes towards his father's body. He is crying and he looks up at Gohan. Trunks was only 8 years old. Although he had just seen his father do evil things, it was still his father. He loved his father. And now, Trunks hates Gohan. Gohan, the man that he used to love as a brother, Trunks does not see him that way anymore. In the aftermath, Babidi is killed and Buu never gets enough power to be resurrected. And in the aftermath of all of this, both Bulma and Trunks beg for Vegeta to be revived with Dragon Balls. They are begging Gohan, as he's basically the leader of the group. But Gohan declines it, stating that Vegeta in fact died a villain and he was going to stay that way. He had put the Earth's safety at risk and it was too much of a risk to bring him back. Gohan took his job really seriously as defender of Earth. He wasn't going to let anybody risk the safety of it. Even if Vegeta was basically a friend, he wasn't anymore, and this causes a rift or a divide between Gohan and Bulma and Trunks. Gohan, how could you do this? We need him. Trunks needs a father. Gohan, please let my father come back. He won't be evil. He will learn from his mistakes. Vegeta is too much of a liability and cannot be trusted anymore. Sorry. Trunks rushes off into his room at Capsule Corp. He cries in a rage. Bulma just looks at Gohan, shaking her head. You are taking your job too seriously, Gohan. I'm taking my job too seriously? What if Vegeta and Goku fought, and then Buu came about? What if I wasn't strong enough to fight him? Or what if he had just destroyed the Earth before he could even defeat him? Then, none of us would be alive. Gohan is enraged that everyone is questioning his act. He flies off and returns home, blasting a hole through the side of Capsule Corp in his departure. So anyways guys, that's going to be it for part 2 to this. Hope you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like if you did. Let's shoot for 1,000 likes. Anyways guys, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications if you want to see more of my videos, and comment down below telling me your thoughts. And also, follow me on Twitter and join my Discord, linked down below. And also, thanks to all my Patreon supporters, Daraj Payton, the awesome guy who only supports Broku on Patreon, Zach Trotaku, and those are my Super Saiyans. And thanks to my Super Saiyan 2s, Israel Flores, Mystic Ghoul, Darius, and Badass Thug. Thank you all so much, guys. I am going to be hiring an animator soon, guys, and my goal on Patreon is to get 100 Patreon supporters, because if I get that, then I will be able to hire this animator and make the what if videos on here so much better, because there's going to be animated fight scenes and animated dialogue scenes, animated transformations. I want to make the what if series a lot better, so if you do really like the what if series and you have a bit of extra cash to help out, then consider become a Patreon supporter. But if not, guys, just don't worry about it. Just leave a like and be a normal subscriber and an awesome subscriber like you always have been, and that is more than enough support that I need from you guys. But hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace out.